We are going to be doing a little bit of a bank clean / setup / organization video. As far as I'm aware, there's pretty much 0 of these on YouTube. Or at least I've asked a lot of people and they've not come back with one. So I don't think there's any good examples out there. And what I wanted to do today was to break down how to do this effectively. I mean, people know why it's useful, but also, you know, just to show an example of how it's done, how I do it. I've done a lot of this before. I kind of enjoy doing it. And honestly, once you get stuck in, it doesn't take that long. And once you have a little system going, again, it's just pretty chill. So I'm on my friend's account because my main account is already sorted out. I don't really want to like redo my bank right now. I'll probably do it after Raids 3. But for now, I want to jump in here. I have collapsed all of his bank tabs. This is with permission, of course. And I've collapsed every single tab down. And this is honestly one of the worst banks I've ever seen when it comes to just general messiness and random items. And a lot of you guys' banks are like this as well. I've seen some horror stories. I know how it is. And what we're going to do is, firstly, if you want to follow along or have at least some idea of how to do this, I will step-by-step it. It's a lot simpler than it may seem to be, and it's a lot quicker than it might seem to be. And of course, again, this is like invaluable in the long run. To explain a couple of things here. First thing is that these tabs on the left, these are bank tab layouts. It's a plugin. You can get it on the plugin hub. And what they do is when you click into one, you can just create them, like clicking up here, new tag tab. And then within any given layout, for example here, this is built for my main account. That's why there's some items missing. All you have to do to like set one up is go here, right click it, and then let me create a new one as an example. So like a test tab, and in my test tab here at the bottom, right click this and enable layout. And what this does is so if I take some random items out, for example these, with a layout enabled, if I right click and tag inventory, everything will be set. I can do the same for my worn equipment, and everything in my inventory is now in here in this tab. Within a tab, you can drag it around and you have this ability to move them to wherever you want to, which is really nice. You can also right click and duplicate, and you can right click and remove duplicate. This allows you to be able to click multiple things in a row. So for this tab, this is just an example of how to set it up. But if I get rid of this and I show you one of my own tabs, delete tab entirely, goodbye. So for one of my own tabs, for example, my Inferno tab, when I pull all this gear out in order, this puts it into a setup that I can use as if I was about to jump into the Inferno. So this is a great thing. This isn't the focus of the video, but I'm just saying that this is one of the strongest plugins out there by far in the game, probably even stronger than Quest plugin in my opinion. Just the ability to gear up for any content within 20 seconds, just flat out, is ridiculous. And a huge quality of life. So if you're going to do your bank, you may as well enable this plugin and sort out for bits of content. So for me, I have like Inferno stuff, I have my tutorial setup, I've got my raid, my solo raids, I've got solo CM, I've got team CM, TOB, hard mode TOB, master clue setup, master clue items, Next, Zora, Vorkath, etc. Got all these tabs. And I just got to pull everything out at once, and then pull everything out again for the setups, and that's it. Just go do the content. It's fantastic. Great plugin. Right, back to the focus of this actual video, which is, of course, gearing, clearing out the bank, figuring out where everything goes. So I believe you can actually go to the wise old man to get rid of junk, but he's too slow. We're going to do this a bit faster. And the first thing to do is really to untag this set placeholders thing, because we're starting from like a fresh bank. If you have a decent layout, you don't really have to do this, but for now I want to just get this working. So we're gonna start by cleaning out random stuff, just stuff that we're never going to use. He's given me permission to get rid of stuff that isn't useful. We're going to put on noted as well. I'm just going to take out stuff. This stuff is just never going to see the light of day. It's not useful. We'll keep the sapphires in actually. Silver bars are crafting things. They don't really. So here's the other thing. You may not really know what you want to use. So a good thing to do at the start here. Let's say I'm not sure what to do with the silver bars. This becomes your immediate junk tab. And this is just to throw stuff into to sort. So like, for example, bronze arrows. We don't need these. Buckets. This is something, and we're going to get into this very shortly, is how to class items and how to choose what they are useful for. A lot of this is preference, but it's about what you think is useful. So in this case, I'm going to classify a bucket as a tool. And when I think tool in old school, I think hammer. So let's see if he's got a hammer. He does. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the hammer as the tool tab. And then the silver bar is going to be the junk tab, but we'll get into that. Maybe we'll make it a bit clearer. So let's say like, let's have a think. What's a junk item here, for example? So there's not many junk stuff that I want to like consider junk right now. We'll keep the silver bar. So this is going to be our tool tab, and you don't need to name it. I think there's a plugin that allows you to name it. You can do if you want to. I prefer to use an item that just makes it obvious. And now from now on, any item that I think is going to be a tool is going to go into that tab. Anything that is junk goes in here, but like not throwaway junk, and then actual throwaway junk goes into the inventory, which I'll dump off. So like a lobster is just junk. This is a tool. Sapphires is going to be classified as loot, so we're going to make a loot tab, which is going to be sapphires. And now, of course, as you drag this stuff in, what's going to happen is it's going to be very misordered. It's not going to be ordered properly, which we are going to get into. We're going to have another tab, which is going to be called a quest tab. So quest tab is going to be done by a gree. So now I can begin dragging all stuff like this in. And now a miscellaneous tab. So this is for things like collectibles and extra things. I don't think he wants frog tokens. I'm just using it as an example. So within loot tab, I would classify toggle as loot. This really can go anywhere. This is one of the few items that can just be anything. Shanty pass, tool. Lockpick, tool. Pestle and mortar, tool. Ring of visibility. This is useful for some of the master glue stuffs. I'm going to classify this as a tool as well. Excalibur, quest item. This is going to go into the gree area. Zamri monk top getting thrown away. Pet rock, tool. I know it's a pet, but it's a tool. Silver sickle, tool. Frog tokens or weird like token type stuff is going to go in here. Miscellaneous tab. Strength enemies. This is going to be the start of the gear tab. I'm going to drag the gear tab just up to the front here. It's going to be a bit easier to work with. Emerald lantern, junk. Vials. This can probably work in a tool section or a miscellaneous section. I think it's fine to be a tool. These arrows, goodbye. The rune defenders, I guess you could use these in some circumstances. I'm going to put them into gear for now. Steel keyring, tool. Crystal saw, tool, tool. And you can see we now have a bit of a system going here. So while there's like 900 items in the bank, one every couple of seconds, it's only going to take about 10-15 minutes. While we're here, we're going to start dropping stuff. Don't equip that. Get rid of it. Of course, if you want to sell stuff on the G or just get rid of it, that's completely fine. But dropping like 50k is whatever, really. Salamander, goodbye, my friend. You're not getting used. Snakeskin stuff and stuff like this. This can be used for Raggin and Wildy or like basic Wildy setups. More Greegrees. These overloads are just not gonna ever exist. I'm gonna get rid of them quickly. At least that's Salamander. Goodbye, my friend. Have a good life. And let's continue getting rid of some of this stuff. So knife is a tool. Peaches are just getting killed. This staff would be considered a tool or a weapon to some extent. It's either or. You don't really use it for combat, but sure, we can put it in there. Glories, equipable thing. Salve, equipable thing. This is damaged book, not like the full book. And I don't think he really wants to use it. So we're going to put it in miscellaneous. Potion tab. This is something entirely different. Now we're getting to the real pots. I am going to get rid of super attacks and super strengths though, because I don't really think these have any use in a main account bank. So we're going to get rid of all these three. The brews though, the restores, they can all go in there. Absorption pots, goodbye. I could put them back in LMS, but I see they're going over there. So we're getting into it now. Bones to peaches. Any teleport tab or tab type things is going to go in like a magic slot. This guy like bank loot. I'm glad he's enjoying it. So I'm going to go and throw all the bones to peaches in a new tab, and those will be tele tabs and runes. So rune crossbow, weapon. I'm going to switch this to the front to make it a bit more obvious that it is in fact a weapon. And this like sort of like junk tab I'm going to push right to the very end. So I think I know it's junk. So snakeskin boots, useful tool, useful weapon or equipable. Burning amulet is TP over here. And so we're getting a little bit more of this system each time. Infernal cape, gear, warrior guild, tool, dragon daggers. This would be classed as loot because it's not a DDS with a P++. So we're going to throw this into the loot tab, which is the sapphire one here. Runes go with the teleport stuffs. Slayer tab, yet another tab. I don't know how many players really want a Slayer tab, but it can be useful. For the sake of this loot tab as well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an actual piece of loot in there to differentiate it from the steel bar. So let's go and have a look and see what he's got. Surely there will be something here that is loot worthy. So Can't see anything really obvious. I'm going to go ahead and just put like a rune. Well, kind of awkward actually to find something that I consider loot. This only matters as long as you're setting it up really. That's fine. Okay, we'll work with it. Okay, back to the stuff. Adamant bolts. These aren't particularly useful. I'm going to put it into junk for now, because you do collect addy bolts from bits of loot, so maybe we'll rearrange this tab at the end. Absorptions are going bye-bye. I hope he's a lot of NMC points. Proselyte stuff, this is useful for Slayer, but you can class this either as Slayer or you can class it as like useful prayer gear. Either way, it's going in this slot here. Skelly legs, goodbye. I don't know if these are on the G or if they're untradeable. I think they're untradeable, so I'm going to keep it just in case he wants to have it for some reason. Dig Site Pendant, TP. Mystic Boots Light would be classed as gear, along with these Mystic Boots. Burning Amulet, TP. Potion, TP. Bolt Pouch, this is probably more into combat gear than a tool. Ice Cooler, this is a Slayer item. DDS P++, useful item. Farseer Helm, junk basically. This tool, this charges your Skull Scepter. Mitre, gear I suppose. Potion. And now with all these tabs at the top, I think most items fit into these categories. You can always choose your own categories if you like, but the main thing is to really separate them and make it really obvious. Holy Book, gear. Wrench, tool. Anti-Venom, regular, that's getting thrown out. Diamond Bolts, E, weapon. Golden Nuggets and things like this that you can redeem off, I think very much can be classed as tools or can be classed in this like set here. So we're going to put them in here for now. And we'll probably collapse these tabs later. Goutweed, quest item, in case he hasn't done quest stuff. TP Scroll. Barbarian skills, that's not getting used anymore. You can get more copies as well. Tool. TP. Gonna throw that out. Anti-fires can go here. I'm also going to go through and sort out all the potions, tabs, and things. Make it all look nice as well. Not all the tabs, but enough of them to get there. Skelly Champ Scroll, miscellaneous, I would say. Mystic Mudstaff, useful item. Arium Sword is getting thrown away. Hand Egg can be kind of fun, so we're going to put that in miscellaneous for now. Magic Box, I don't even know what this is. I think it's an imp thing, imp preparation thing. The good news is, it doesn't matter if I know what it is, because I can just throw it away. I think I will grab these in note form. Expeditious is a Slayer thing. Restore parts, I just don't think anyone really uses these. I will throw these away. Hit Point Scape. Gear. Crawling Hand, these are untradeable thingies, we'll put in miscellaneous. Moon Clan stuff, it looks like he uses these for PKing, we'll put these in the gear tab. There are of course going to be a lot of items in this account that I am not sure where they go or don't use myself, so we'll try and find a place for everything. Same with the stole, bit of gear. These kind of bards you get a lot from drops, so I'm going to class these as loot. Making the loot tab look nice is one of the best things about this. Passage is a TP, that's a TP, that's a tool. And so we're getting into quite a nice rhythm here. Classify that as loot. Diamond Bracelet, you're getting killed, my friend. Games Necklace, you go here. Deer Stalker, just for you, Craig, I'm going to put that in miscellaneous. Keep it on the account. Anti-poison can go away. Magic Hood can probably go in miscellaneous. Champ Scrolls can also go here. Dragon Hasta, this is probably under loot. You don't really use that as a weapon, so sure. Elemental Shield is probably a well, Slayer item, actually. Slayer item. This is loot. Potion. And we're getting into a nice thing here. So we're if we have a look at the tabs at this point, yeah, there's a lot left, but you can see it's beginning to really take form. And it doesn't take long once you get to the loot section to just start chucking items in. So I'm going to just take a second here to speed up through a lot of this and see how much I can get done in a short time. So, air stuff. Actual weapon. I'm going to put all the god capes. I think I put the god stuff in here before. I did, so we're going to put the god stuff in here. I think on my main account that's also the same case. This is a tool. Myth cape can be either a TP or a thing you wear. Having all the capes together is nice though, so we'll do that. Dragon sword, same kind of thing. Beekeeper top. Some people like the untradeable, so we'll keep that for him. Lizardman Fangs, loot or tool. It's a DP. Lobster cage, tool. Keramja gloves. Probably something in the TP area because it's one of those diary items. Stand bots. All these pots can go up here. Manta rays are going to go away. Rune boots are going to go away. You can get them from loot, but unlucky. Big TP items. One thing you can do, you can like, you don't have to do the very first item every time. You can always just scan around. So like, for example, if I look around, that I can match the, if I look for all the TPs, for example, I can start dragging these up here. If I see jewelry, I can start dragging them up directly. And I can get through a bit faster this way as well. So there's not just, you don't have to go from the top down, you can really go wherever you want to go. As long as you recognize items and see what they are, it's going to be okay. Important letter, I think that's a quest thing. Could put that in there. And you can also take out some of the junk, so like, if I see anything here, like a strength pot, that's just not going to happen. Brass key, we can get more of those. Nummulite, doesn't really matter. Maybe I'll put the Nummulite back in somewhere, like tools, I guess. Anti-venom, useless. Ancient mace up there. Laren's keys go for loot. Rune of this stuff, all this stuff will go for loot now. Tool for the lockpick. Bones, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous yet again. Loot, loot, loot. So as we get further through the account bank, a lot of this stuff is going to become loot. A huge amount of it ends up being loot in some manner. So these farming supplies and whatnot. Since I have 99 farming on my main account, I don't really have a farming tab. If you want to have one yourself, it's not a bad idea. You can always make it happen. I'm going to put these probably into miscellaneous until I decide what to do with them. So I think they'll have a place, just not sure yet. Shazian supply stuff, I have no clue. That's a tool for me. Any of these skilling outfits, I would like to once again put in miscellaneous and then sort out later. So like we'll put them there. Rune sword loot, those oysters can go away, the boots can go away, all these things can go away. So we'll start dropping stuff again now. Bank loot. Wait, did I just TP? Okay. Really just did me like that. Let me, I cannot believe this. I need to go find another bank. Of all the things I had to shift click, I shift click that. Luckily, Jackie's made it really easy to find a menu to TP out, so I'm not going to struggle at all. Please tell me I can TP to somewhere useful. Castle walls will do. Okay. Slight break. I think we're probably around about nearly 20 minutes in at this point. So this is the stage where it should all be starting to come together. Most players' banks probably have like anywhere from 500 to 1,000 items, of which about only 500 at most are useful. Maybe like half the items you have in your bank are actually useful. So let's start by getting rid of that with a drop. Kill all of this stuff. Peace Barbarian book. And let's get back to it. For these lobbies, you are going away, my friends. Angler boots, miscellaneous, I think we decided, along with the warders. I don't know why he has 2 sets of angler. I didn't even know you could do that. Farming stuff I put in here as well, so we shall continue to put that in miscellaneous for now. Dark Essence would be a tool for Master Clues. I'm going to try and get all the pot stuff, so the blighted stuff, any of these potions. If I recognize it, I'm going to drag it up to the pot tab, get rid of it quickly. Slayer item there. Let's have a look. Strange device, tool, loot, probably loot again. I'm not sure what these are. I'll put them in the miscellaneous along with anything else. Fishing bait, tool, loot. Looks like a tool to me. Looks like a tool to me. I haven't done Temporos on my main account, so I'm not really too sure where those things fall in. Super anti-fires can go up here. We are also going to be making use of the... There's probably tools. We're going to be making use of the feature that allows you to add slots over here, top right of the bank. You can add bank fillers. So if you're missing items for things, or you want to like add them in some manner, you can do later down the road. And it just makes it a bit easier to organize and, again, look nice and aesthetic. I think that's probably a quest key. I'll put that in the questing tab. Mourner's stuff is all quest stuff as well. Mourner gloves. Regular boots I can get rid of. Oh no, those are Mourner boots. Had no idea. Clue nest, I'm dropping, my friend. I'm sorry. Death talisman, I don't know, is useful, but you can buy one. Crystal trinket, probably quest. Limestone and stuff, miscellaneous yet again. I'm not sure what he wants them for. If your account's not maxed, there's a lot of stuff you might need at various points for random things. Put all this up here anyway. Right, rings, sapphire rings, probably... I'm gonna get rid of it. This stuff just isn't needed right now. Brews and sand fused. The pot tab is coming along nicely. I will also set up the pot tab by going to the GE and really fixing it up. I think I'm going to get rid of all this ogre stuff. You can get more of it pretty quickly. Crunchy tray. I don't even know what this stuff is. You can definitely get more of this pretty happily though. This is clearly his like junk spot in his tab. I'm not entirely sure there's anything useful here. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. At some point, I'm going to throw away something really useful, and then we'll be talking. Let me see what's here. Barrow's gloves. Key is just going to go in quest tab. Gauntlet cape is miscellaneous. Mithril armor is getting thrown away. That's getting thrown away. Gear. Mithril arrow can't really be useful at late game, so we're going to throw that away as well. This is gear. This is gear. I'd say those blighted sacks count as gear. Stardust, miscellaneous. And I'm going to throw these away. You can get more of them. Ring wealth. Looks like uncharged rings. We'll put them in TP tab for now. Marigold seeds. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Put these up here. Mystic counts for gear. We are at some point going to get into the really nice bits of gear. Can I take this out as a note? I can do. Fantastic. Giant keys will go for loot. Spory seeds. All the farming stuff. I think I put some of the farming stuff in here. Maybe I'll move this out again. We'll actually fix it back up. Gonna get rid of the cactus seeds. They're kind of useless. Curry sapling. I don't think his farming's that low. Okay, it's 80. Never mind, it's low. We'll put these saplings back in there. We'll put them in the loot tab. Farming has always been a bit of a tricky one for me to fit in. I don't really know where it's really meant to go. I don't think it matters too much, but it can be awkward for sure. Get rid of those pizzas. Yeah, not main pizzas, that's fine. All these items are TP. Tool. Cocktail guide. These are, I don't know. Why even have these in the bank, bro? Let's get rid of them. Also, while I'm here, now that I've locked in my eyes on another set of items, I can do, because we're clearing down the bank now. So I can start clearing these things into more select tabs. I'm going to put the cannon in the Slayer tab as well, because there's not many times you really use it otherwise. Let's avoid melee help. Cannonballs go over there. Alright, we're really getting into it now. Giant Champion Scroll, miscellaneous. But now we've moved down the items a little bit. I've got into a groove here. I can start looking for stuff specifically and start placing it where it needs to be. So all these potions that I'm coming into contact with, I can start putting these into places really fast, and with a bit of practice it gets quite quick. So magic capes, probably gear. All this will be in gear yet again. TP stuff into the TP tab. Let's go back and scan for potions, take out some junk while I'm on the way. This is all junk, this is all junk. Weapon. Adamant darts are kind of useful, we'll keep them on the account. That's Slayer. I don't think super anti-poison is really useful. He doesn't have a rope top, so we'll just get rid of that. And let's clear it again. Don't TP me. God damn it, no! So I have a shift click thing set up on that. So if I'm trying to shift drop, I'm also going to TP. Note to self, if cleaning a bank, try not to autopilot too much. Where the hell am I? I'm here, bro. Oh my god, this is the worst. I can't even... Dude, I just home TP'd as well. This is the worst. Okay, let's get rid of you guys. Runescape, why are you like this? The worst part is he doesn't even have freaking fairy ring stuff done. And I'm not going to edit the video, so this is just in there. This sucks. You haven't even locked that. Bro. My guy, you have to skill. You have to skill, you have to do the things. I have to go all the way down to... I don't even know where the next bank is. Bro, it's here. Okay. Please let me in. Please let me in. I just want to clean the bank. I don't do anything else. Let me in. Meanwhile, with 72 agility, I'm more scared of walking there at this point. I gotta say, the fellow who lent me this account is getting the best deal of all time. Is this a bank over here? Please be a bank. Please, 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 please. Fine, we're going to be the first players in the history of the game to use the Arceus bank, and we're going to go down here and use the furthest away one. First time anyone's ever talked to this NPC. There we go. There it is. Right, let's be a bit more careful. So, runes and things, we're going to pop them up immediately into this tab. I see some junk. I see a lot of junk. Actually, that fishing rod is a bit of a tool. Gilded thing? Why do you want to... What? Okay, I don't even know why he's got one of them. Mystics I'm going to class as actual gear proselyte as well. Addy dart tips. This is more of a... This is along the line of like training fletching again. And I don't really know what you'd use it for, but I'm going to put the miscellaneous. Lanternine seeds. I think all the farming stuff is going to be in here. Admiral Pie, go away. Going to class that as gear. Abyssal book not needed. Comorb, hilarious item that got patched. Not so fun anymore. Barracom is a TP technically. That's a tool. Goodbye you. Super defense is not getting used. Some of these things I just don't think are worth keeping at all. Door key is probably a quest item. If in doubt, throw it in quest. Can never really go wrong with it. Dwarven Helm is good for corp, good crush stuff. Agility outfit. Miscellaneous for now until I decide what to do. Vial of water can be a tool. That is kind of loot. That's a tool. Pouches of tools. Tool tab is getting pretty big. As you can see, it's beginning to take form. The good news is, once you've sorted out your bank, it all becomes a bit more obvious as like what's there. You have a good feeling of it. And now if you look at these tabs, it's beginning to make sense as to like, yeah, these are all like groups of items, right? There's nothing really out of place here, maybe like a couple of things, but we're getting towards that stage where once we're here, we can now move stuff around. I will say that this tab here with the silver bar, I'm just going to transfer these into loot, and now we have an extra slot we can use for something if I want to. That's miscellaneous. Black dehydrate braces. In fact, I know what I'm going to use it for. This tab here, the miscellaneous tab, kind of not sure what I'm doing with it right now. I'm going to separate all the really random shit and stuff that's more useful overall. So like skilling outfits maybe. Drayman staff is a tool. T can go away. That's a tool. That can go away. Graceful can go in miscellaneous. Again, I'm going to put it all in there. Standard super anti-fire, tool, or gear. Runes. We're getting further into the bank again, so I'm going to make my way down and try and look for all the runes. And all the TP things. And I'm going to put them away. I think these can all go away. No Slayer Helm. Boots of Brimstone. All of this stuff can go out. Rune Essence is going to go to the loot, of course. Ghost Speak Amulet is probably more of a tool. Sweets, good old sweets. You guys are going to go into the pots because those are consumables. Strength pots are getting thrown away. Swordfish are getting thrown away. Limpworts are... you get a fair amount of limpworts as loot, so we'll put them over here. We're getting closer to the PVM items now. All the ghostly stuff, you might like using ghostly, so I think I'll put this into miscellaneous tab as well. Spotted Cape, however, not happening, my friend. Those Rune Throne Axes, we'll put them into actual gear. Ectophile is TP stuff. This is looking like a nice tab now. Got a lot of TP stuff. Sulfurous Fertilizer, goodbye. Please tell me I can note that. I can't note that, oh god. I'm praying I don't get TP'd somewhere randomly. Please drop. Thank you. At some point I'm going to get TP'd away. I'm a bit scared, but if I'm lucky. Right, all the stuff goes up here to the TP things. You go into gear, miscellaneous, loot, because Runescape is not high tier enough. Orb goes up here. Sulfurous Fertilizer. I just have to drop this orb by hand, don't I? 1 hour of pain to do the entire bank, including the sorting. We're nearing 30 minutes in. To be honest, it does not feel like 30 minutes. It feels more like 10. But I guess once you get a rhythm going, it's really not that bad. Gourmet Impling Jar, tool. Probably a tool, only just. Archer's Ring, I despise you. Apple Tree Seeds, all these seeds are going to go away. It's not useful. Slayer Staff into the Slayer tab. I thought that was a Drayman Staff for a second. Couple more runes going to go up. We're beginning to get through. I'd say we are pretty happily over halfway at this point, so it is in fact going pretty fast now. I really just had to get through this early stage. Rune Pickaxe, tool, bastion parts. The fun part, well, the part that I actually really enjoy doing this is kind of like brain off. It's not too bad. But the part that I genuinely enjoy is organizing everything after it's been. Please tell me I can. God, thank you. Is actually organizing the individual tabs, making everything look nice and aesthetic. It's pretty appealing once you get there, and you can add your own personal touches as well. So back to speeding through this. Once we are done, I'll get to the fun stuff. Sorry, Mr. Fishbowl. Ghostly Boots, miscellaneous. Lutation, I don't even know what. KGPI, oh, that's from Penguin stuff, isn't it? Dragon's Dynamic can go away. Clockwork Book can go away. Nails are kind of useful. Machete can be useful. Goodbye. TP. Money. Oh, that's my payment for doing this, I guess. Feels good. We should leave money up here. We will, at the end of this, have this like infinite tab at the top. And it's going to be like fundamentals, maybe like pets or something like this. And that's fine to have. You can have whatever you want there, really. Makes no difference. It's just preference after all, as all of this really is. Let's see if I can get some of these monkfish out as well. Dragon Bones Lutation. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Omelette. Man's got an omelette, probably in his house. Exact Pendant. Toad Batter stuff. A remarkable amount of toad items and stuff. Super energy can go away, along with the super strength, super defense. That's loot. AGS tab, probably loot as well. I think what I'm going to do to make it so that we're not like running insanely over time is to probably, what's that? I have no clue where this even goes. Probably just here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like maybe 2 or 3 tabs and leave the rest sort of like untouched. So the ones I want to do is the loot tab and the gear tab, and maybe the potion tab, maybe the TP tab. So maybe like 4 of them overall. Some will be pretty quick, some will be a little bit slower, but that's all fine. Super, these guys get thrown away. Legends Cape, not useful anymore. Death Tiara, I think I can throw most of this away. That might be a quest item. This can go away, these aren't useful. That can go for Slayer. Not useful, that's a TP. Master Clue, for my clues and my pets always like to stay up here, personally. Get rid of Arams, Rune Battle Axe, that's item. Light Orb, goodbye. Now we're getting to some of his high-tiered gear, which is very nice. So we're going to throw all this up here into the gear tab. Without having a lot of gear, it can be hard to organize sometimes. This is where the placeholders will come in handy. I'm just throwing away his carols. It's not happening. Carols can just not exist. TP can go up here. The only downside to having like this set of 3 items up here is that everything now like sits a bit lower. So slightly annoying, but we'll make do. Let's throw all these runes. Actually, he's going to want to use these as tools. If in doubt, keep it. That's the rule. If you start throwing stuff away and you end up wanting it, you're going to regret it. So better to, before I do anything, drop that so I don't get TP'd away for a 3rd time. That would be very, very sad. Goodbye, Mr. Carroll's crossbow. See you later, fella. And, okay, the gears move back up. Ring of Wealth we can put into the TP tab. Rune Pouch counts as gear. This is loot. Fury I'm going to get rid of. I think it's in a Blood Fury format right now. And we're also going to thin out the jewelry quite a lot, because there's no point keeping multiple sets of stuff when you could just get rid of it. Miscellaneous. Tool, Fire Cape. We probably keep the placeholder Fire Cape for now. Same with the Armadillo. A lot of this gear is nice to keep. I actually have an elite clue. My man has not had a clean bank ever, as far as I'm aware. So I'm very interested to see what he says when he actually gets a hold of it. Might be the worst thing ever. Might not use it at all. Might just end up not touching it and using the search feature. It's always a possibility. But you shall try to make it worthwhile. Right. I'm going to open and close the bank just to make everything fall back down a bit. Bird's egg. I think these bird's egg are actually something that people like to collect. I don't know about this fella. I'm going to shove it in there. Same with the bird's nests for now. MSB useful chisel tool. All these amulet molds and things can be tools for sure. Hunter potion not useful. Goodbye, goodbye. Miscellaneous. Quite a few U-bird houses. I think I'll just leave them here. Stuff like this tanned leather. These aren't really things you get from drops. So when you encounter things like this, just get rid of them. You're losing out a bit of money, but at the end of the day, it's just going to save you so much time and effort and hassle. It's truly not worth it otherwise. If you're at any stage of the game where you're able to make decent GP an hour, maybe like even 1-2 mil an hour, consider you're spending just this time as lost time. It's going to be something where you just do it, just get rid of it, and don't look back. Make that money back somewhere else. I guess, and to some extent, you can say that it's one of those like poor man mindsets, or like compared to a rich man mindset, where it's a lot more beneficial to be focused on just buy the supplies you need and get what you need, get out, get it done. Don't focus too much on the GP. I know this is meant to be a bank cleaning video, but it's kind of matters right now when it comes to, I guess a lot of people just don't do this. They don't sit down and actually clean out stuff. Purely because it takes time. And that time shouldn't really matter, but it ends up doing so. Let's get rid of all of this. That staff can go up here. Mystic counts. Send few. Adamant Axe can go away. I think he was using Moon Clan again, so this can go here. TP shit can go away. Bull Roar is a tool. Slayer Cape can go in the Slayer tab. This is a bit different from my own bank in the sense that I don't really have some of these items, or at least I don't have a use for them compared to here. So I don't really know exactly where everything's going to go again. He might end up shuffling it for all I know. Flipbox is getting thrown away. I'm not having that. We're getting to the farming stage of his bank. At least I think it is. we're gonna put manta rays and food, like big tier food, along with sweets and stuff, in this tab as well. Goldsmith Golden, this is a good tool. Quest item, TP item, quest item, farming stuff. I'm actually once again tempted to put a lot of these things, a lot of these tools and these bits of farming stuff into the same place. I think I will do. I think I will do. I don't normally do, but I'm going to throw them on the miscellaneous tab. Oh no, on the loot tab here. The actual like farming stuff going to count it as a tool in this case, in this scenario. So all these things here. The seeds can stay in here though. This is fine. Yeah, just those things. So all this stuff is now a tool in my eyes. We're going to push all of these here. Makes life very quick. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Agility pot can go away. Toflex pot go away. Cactus spine. I'm just not going to keep it. And again, bank has moved up. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag. We're going to look specifically around the bank for all of the potions, and we're going to put all the pots together, just in this one moment to make things fit a little better and clean out the pots that aren't useful. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Going to get rid of that. That's a TP item. That's probably Mystic gloves are more loot than they are useful. It's only Mystic top and bottom that actually matter. That can be useful, I think. I'll put this back in as well, just in case. Again, I've definitely thrown away a couple of useful things, but it is what it is. PNX, these are not TP things. These are actually PVM things. So if you happen to have a couple, put them in there. Ramworms, also good combo food. This process will, of course, take a bit longer if you're doing this for the first time. I have a nice little system down that I've been working on. Oh, that rock hammer is more of a Slayer item. I've got this little system down. Been doing it across a couple of accounts for a couple of years now, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. But do take your time when you set this up. Again, it's like 1 to 2 hours of your time, and you never really have to look back ever again. And I'd say that that is very much worth it, because once you have this system sorted, you only got to do it once. Anything else just goes directly into a tab, and that's it. That's the end of it. It's just finished. So let's see where we're at. TP. Gonna look for TP exclusive stuff specifically and get rid of it. Super anti-fires can go up. That's miscellaneous. That can get rid of. Get rid of. Ooh, I'll put this in. All the pots can go up here. It's got an amulet of accuracy in the bank. I haven't seen one of those in quite a few years. These Laupuria stuff can get rid of. Fireball stuff can probably get rid of. Maybe I'll put it in just in case. Beekeeper's gloves, miscellaneous. I'm getting rid of these moon pages. If you're a collection logist, I'm so sorry. Another clue. White plate legs. This is these guys are useful for master clue steps. So if he ever does end up using them doing master clues, he may want to hold on to them. Wine of Zami is probably lootation. Smoke runes. Once again, runes. Drinks. Guthix rest. Go up here. Stew is probably also a tool. This is a weird one. This is a tool. Purely for like doing +5 boosts and stuff. Seal of passage tool. That is TP Slayer stuff. Tool. It's remarkable how many things end up as tools in this game. Quite a lot of them, really. We'll have another look at the tabs in just a moment, and we'll have a look at what the difference is compared to how it was a couple of minutes ago. What are those? Blighted Vengeance Sack. I didn't even know that existed. Blighted Anglefish. Swiftblade. Brimstone Key. Holy Blessing can go up here. If you're one of those people who likes to have collections of things, now is also a great time to put a bit of money into buying those things. For example, I have like all these blessings on here. And if I want to have like all 6 of the blessings, I think it is, then instead of having these placeholders which you can put out, go and buy the blessings. They're not that expensive. And again, this is the time where investing a bit into the account really goes a long way for the long term of the account. Let's put these up here. Ooh, nearly moved the AGS to the wrong place. I probably will have a couple of things in the wrong place at the end of this, and that's completely fine. We're going to do a once over once we're done, just to make sure that everything is in fact about right. Those dragon lives are probably an attacking item. Pet can go up here. We'll put the cool pets up here, make them look good. I like the clue scrolls personally as well. Glove. This is very much his PVM tab moment. Gold leaf are expensive. We'll keep those as a tool. TP item. Leaf stuff. Helm. This book is also DPS thing. Toilet paper scroll. Also, it could be fair to change some of these tabs a bit earlier. So we have some things, that's going to get thrown away. We have some things where, like a rune crossbow isn't the best like attacking item, but if I put a whip up here now to replace it, this is like really obviously a gear tab, I guess. So that's a bit of a difference, I guess. All these herbs across, I can once again, instead of looking for runes, I can now look for herbs and herb specific based things and then put those up here. Parchment, Karis, probably Slayer item. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to put it into quest. Granite Helm, goodbye. What is that? Shattered Relics Void Kit. That's like worth a mil, my dude. Get rid of it. So he's got the Void Helm, but not the other ones. Just the melee one. That's interesting. Shazy and stuff for shamans and stuff. Oh, I put that into loot. See, a couple of misplaced stuff, but that's okay. The wire things, these are useful for master clues. So we'll put them up here as well. That is a Slayer item. Beekeeper stuff, miscellaneous. Put that up there. I see a lot of herbs coming up. So what I'll do again is I will, in a second, put a lot of these herbs all together at once, just to save some time here and a bit of brain power as to where things go. I'm also going to close the bank, get rid of all this stuff, and that'll push it to the top once more. What am I even reading? Get rid of. Go away. Peace. Ooh, we're getting there. We're down to one full screen of inventory stuff now, so this is very good. Flex is going up here. So this took about 40 minutes on the dot, give or take a little bit. Well, not quite on the dot, but, you know, about that. I'm going to put these heads into Slayer tab, actually. Which is a little bit longer than I thought it would take, but this is a pretty stacked bank, so we're about right there. Shazy and Helm stuff. I'll double check the Shazy to make sure they're the right level as well. Violet Blood counts as a tool. Bludgeon piece is going over here. We go there. Parasitic Egg is cool, that's miscellaneous. Earth Orb is getting killed. Fire Orb getting killed. Godsword Shard loot. Mist Battle Staff. Probably not loot as much as an item. Axe go up here. Hydra Bones. He's got 3 Lava Battle Staff, so I guess that's from a drop somewhere. I'm going to put that into miscellaneous, and same with this as well. 2 kits that I just noticed are there. Right, a lot of the loot stuff now. Okay, we're getting there. It's going to go up here. Loot. Loot. This is where everything becomes loot. We do like loot tabs. Very excited for when Raid 3 comes out. I have a lot of stuff on my own account that I have to end up putting into the right place and really making space for it. It's going to be nice. It's been a while since I've changed my bank in any capacity, so... What did I just put down here? Molten Glass? I'm going to count Molten Glass. Molten Glass is kind of a loot thing, but only once you're 99 crafting, and I don't think we are in this account. So these things are very much up to the person, or up to the player as to how you want them and where you want them. Is that a charged? That's an uncharged warrior ring. I'm just going to drop it. It really isn't that good. Maybe I'll put it in like the loot tab just to have it there. Snakeskin, you get it from Zora, so if you ever do Zora, you'll want it in there. The other thing that I didn't talk about yet, and it's really important to do, is you want to have placeholder things for very common loot. So for example, Snakeskin, just there, is completely useless. However, it's one of those things that you get from Zora very commonly. So if in any way ever, Spirit Seed is going to go over here because they're untradeable as well. If in any way ever you plan to do Zora again, don't get rid of stuff like Snakeskin or like weird seeds, or at least if you do, try and put them back into the right slot and make them fit. Gothic Page can go away. Combat Bracelet stuffs. Granite Ring is just getting thrown away. I'm sorry, so is this. You just don't get these from anywhere. Cosmetic stuff is going in here. Black D'hide, Black D'hide. Teleportation, tool. Loot, loot. Granite Dust, tool. Summer Pie also going to be a tool, because that kind of counts for like helping you do something, I guess. It could be under food as well. Either or. Tarn's Diary, tool, tool. We're nearly there. Air Battle Staff, goodbye. Vorkath Head can go into Slayer. I like having the heads in the Slayer thing. Great, so let me just clear out the inventory. I want to get this done within the hour to make it a full hour thing, I guess, but I'm not sure how we'll do it. So let's have a look at the tabs now. We have this money, couple of pets, and some clues. And then we have the tool tab, which is really just a lot of, it seems like junk, but it is very clearly all tools or things that you use to do things in general. And then we have our gear tab, which is very messy, but we're going to try and sort it out as best we can. Try and thin it out. You can see the major components. It's all gear though, that's the main thing. We have our loot tab, which we're going to work on a little bit to figure out where we want to put it. I'm going to move the toggle out and put it in miscellaneous because it's nice collectible. And then we have the quest tab. Questing stuff very clearly. It kind of merges in with miscellaneous, but it's not the same thing. Questing is a bit different. And moving on from this miscellaneous stuff, potion tab. Looks really good. We're going to work with that. We're going to make it look good. And then TP tab, also really, it's not quite there, but it will be when we're done. And then Slayer tab. So let's now rank these in order of importance. I would argue that gear is always the most important tab to have first to make it look good. As you enter the bank, you want it to be aesthetic. And part of this, and to be honest, a lot of this is just making it look aesthetic, not just about where it fits in. So we're going to have gear at the front, and then we're going to work with potions because you want to gear and then get pots in that order, or at least have it feel like that. TP is going to come up next, and then we're going to have loot, and then we're left with tools, followed by, let's see, tools, Slayer, questing, and miscellaneous. So in order, gear, potions, TPs. The three like fundamentals, right? Lootation, tools, Slayer, questing, miscellaneous. These are the tabs that I've chosen. I think there's space for one more. I'm not too sure. We're going to start organizing stuff now. What I'm going to do is grab a Varrock teleport tablet, and I'm going to go to the G. This is important for this stage. You kidding me? It doesn't have G. God damn it. Do your diaries, bro. So, and also I'm wearing these things. I'm going to put these in miscellaneous tab as well. So, man, the thing with this is, the reason we're at the G, this is another part of like maintaining your account and really playing with it effectively, is learning how to use potion decanting and doing it in an effective manner. So we're going to set up all of the potions that he has plentiful amounts of and can just work with. Right, the bomber stuff can go to the miscellaneous tab, all like the weird items and stuff. Questing tab, miscellaneous, yeah. I'm not going to touch this tab. I'm not going to touch the questing tab. I'm not going to touch the Slayer tab. I'm not going to touch the tool tab. Typically, you want to search for it. You can put like the useful stuff like, I don't know, axe, pickaxe to the top over here. I like having hammer first always. And what we're going to do is just go to set placeholders, because now we got rid of all the junk. We want to put this back on. And we're going to have, within each category, every single category, just at the bottom here, we're going to add just 5 placeholders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to allow us to move stuff about a bit better. Same here. Oh, actually, we're going to fill it just down to the edge, so it's this like exact amount for now. And we'll do the same here, just to make it like square and even. We're going to put just one thing in here, one thing in here, none in there, none in there, 2 in here, and 3 in there. You can always delete these. It just makes it fit up square, and it's nice. It doesn't really, it's not too invasive or anything. So, potion tabs first. This is going to be a nightmare, but let's get through it. We're going to be using swap, not insert, because that shuffles things. If I move this over here, it shuffles everything down. And what I want to do is like this, just flip it like that. So, let's begin. Let's put all the hard foodstuffs to the top and figure out what we are working with, and we'll go from there. I just want to collect everything and put it together, make it look neat. I'm going to get some money out from the bank so I can actually buy some slots in case I need to. And this will prove as sort of an example to figure out what to work with. So, by the looks of things, also I'll say that it's important to have a potion at the top here to make it look good as well. So let's push everything to the side instead of over there, including the 3 T's. Now, none of these banks are going to be like identical, but we're going to get it pretty close. Let's start by grouping every type of potion. So we can see all the brews are yellow. I'm going to start looking for sandfuse and restores over here. I'm going to put them in sets of 4 going down. Sets of 4 going down typically looks the best. It's not necessary, but I like it. Most people tend to like it. It looks a bit more orderly, I guess. And it's pretty fast to do. So I'm going to get all the... Let's see. It appears we're missing a blighted piece. So what I can do is I can just drink one of these and check to see... Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't drink that, but I can probably decant one. Yes, I can. Does this fit in? It is a new one, so we can put you up here. I'm just trying to figure out what we need. So there's the 4 blighted things. Let's put the Bastion doses together. We will swap these around again. We just want to group them for now. A lot of the method to doing this is just rough grouping. Lots and lots and lots of rough grouping. You do enough rough grouping and suddenly you have something that looks about right and you can work with it. So I'm just choosing different sets of the same potion and putting them together, no particular order. And it appears like right here, we don't have enough divine pot. What I'm going to do is actually get rid of these, because you never really use divine ranging pots, like ever. Now we have divine bastion pots. I'm just going to clear up some space. So these are gone. Moving on. Now that I got rid of some stuff, I got to reassemble a couple of things. So these look fine. We have a lot of super anti-fire, extended anti-fire, extended super anti-fire. Ancient brew can go away. I want extended super anti-fire, so these can all go away. That's also an ancient brew. Gimme, 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 gimme. Goodbye. Super anti-poison, go away. Antidote can stay. It's actually... I'm going to get rid of the antidote as well. He doesn't have a lot of it. Divine magics, they can stay, I'm sure. I'm going to get rid of the like the regular magic pots. I didn't want to move too many of these things about, but this is kind of useless. Regular extended anti-fires are fine. Let's continue grouping again. So let's get all the Sanfew things together, all the prayer pots together. Are we missing a prayer pot thing? 3 doses of prayer pot? I don't see any. Let's have a think about 3 doses prayer pot. I want to get this done ASAP, so 3 dose. There's a 3 dose somewhere. I can't see it, so I'm going to search for it. It's in tab 3. I don't know why it's in tab 3, but it is. It was there, now it's back. Okay. So, there are 9 items over here, which is a really awkward amount. I don't know if we can get 3 rows out of it without adding 2 of these, so we're just going to add 2. And I need to get more T's, so we have a 1, a 2, a 3, but we don't have a 4. So I'm going to take a 1 and a 3. I believe I can decant. And do we have 1 in the bank? We do somewhere. Let's go find it once again. Graphics rest. I put it in here because I'm dumb. Now it's back. Clear that filter, push them around. And I'm going to have these go downwards this way. So before I head... okay, I need to get rid of one thing here. There's a singular manta ray. I'm going to get rid of that. And now that I can have all these T's set up, I can do 1 dose, 2 dose, 3 dose, and 4 dose down the sides here, which is not the cleanest way of doing it, but it works for now. And now I'm actually going to start sorting out the exact area I want things to be in. So brews and restores, left to right, all the way down to 1 dose. Super combats are going to go with... Super combats and divines can stay together. We're going to do ranging pots together. 3, 3, 3, 1, 2 there, 1 there, 2 there. And then maybe prey pots. So we can shuffle these all across 1 to the right. A bit painful, but you can do this bit quite fast. And we'll take prayer pots and put them here. So now we have this set up at the top. It looks quite nice. Below this, guys, I'll put the range pots over here. Maybe the magic pots on the right-hand side as well. And then Sanfews can go to the left. Sanfews and blighted stuff. And in the center, we'll finish it up with these guys. Staminas can go probably on the bottom row like this. You can do like sideways stuff for a few things. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not super nice, but it's okay. We've got anti-venom as well to sort out, so let's just get them all in order to begin with. There's going to be some weird stuff down here, I think, based on how it's looking right now, but that's a problem for me at about 30 seconds time. So let's put these up here. We're left with super anti-fires here, which I was going to get rid of anyway. Come here. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to add 2 placeholders just to keep it intact. And now we have slots for magic pots. So we're going to do the same thing here, where we're going to go and get just a couple more of those. Let me throw everything on the ground first. We're not quite done with the potion tab yet. I'm going to do one more thing. So, oh, I forgot to. There's the 2. I'm going to push these back again. Pain. Okay, those are those. Those can go down. Now we've got all our nice sets in a row. I just want to get a 2-dose and a 3-dose. Faster than buying it from the G. I'm going to do this. Clear that one, put you in. Clear that one, put you in. So now we have the 3 down here, which is fine. I'm not really sure why this is the case. I guess it's because of the amount on this side here. But it's a nice potion tab. Everything looks good. There's only one last step to dealing with pots. We're going to take away all the 3-dose stuff, which is now in a row, from everything. So we're going to do this set first. We're going to come over to this guy, decant, and just click 4. That's it. And then we're going to go deposit everything, take the money out again, go to the potion tab, note up, and then we're going to do the same over here. And of course, the purpose of this, we're trying to get everything to be a 4-dose pot. Super fast, super effective, doesn't cost anything really. There's one last stage to doing pots, we're nearly there. And that is to take everything that isn't a 4-dose potion out. And what you want to do with these 4-dose, these non-4-dose things, is turn them into 1-dose. This is because a lot of the 1-dose things you end up wanting to use to pre-pot. And what I'm going to do now is for the very commonly pre-potted stuffs, I'm just going to take a note, I'm going to set an amount. So let's say I want to do stem, I'm just going to take out 100 stems. Take out 100 restores, 100 these, 100 those, 100 of these. Maybe like 10 of them, just to get like some amount going. 100 ranging parts, 10 anti-venoms, 10 of those, 10 of them, like 10 of them. And this is all the pre-pot stuff that you'll use for PVM. I've just turned it into 2 doses. Pain, 1 dose. And now his bank has got this really nice potion set up. And he's got all these 1-dose pots that he can just come and click through. And they're just there. So that's how we do the potion tab. That's now really perfectly laid out. I'm going to do a very quick bundle here for this tab. And then I'm going to do a really quick bundle for this up here, because we've been going for nearly an hour now, and I want to get this done. So for starters, let's start with runes. Let's start with tele tabs and then runes. So TP tabs are going to go all the way over. I'm going to do this a bit rougher, a bit quicker. But we get the idea from the potion tab of how we really want to handle things. A lot of this starts with grouping. Once we have this tab going, we just put everything that looks the same together. So I'm putting runes over up here on the top right, and we're putting like proper bank tab stuffs over on the bottom left. And I'm going to clear out a lot of this jewelry as well, like a lot. Anything that isn't like, we're going to put these tabs over here. Anything that is like an item over here, like one of these diary things, we're going to put down at the bottom as well, along with miscellaneous things like this. These guys can stay up here, put them all across. It looks really messy right now. It's going to take shape very soon. This can go down. Is that a necklace of passage? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. It's not useful. I can go up here. TP tabs, diary reward. Okay, the next bit is going to be horrific. I'm very sorry for a lot of you. We're going to get rid of all these emerald ring stuff, so I'm just going to keep the 8 things, which are there. These are all going away. I know you can do stuff with them, but it's way too much effort to handle. It's just easier this way. Oh, there's karambams over here. You can put them into this tab, delete one of them, and put it here. Not pretty, but it'll do. I can even like move these around as well. Do something like that. Looks fine. So let's put these items back down. Close the bank for a second, let it refill. And already, just even that, just a little bit of organization goes a long way. These tabs can go down. Let's have a think now. Emerald necklace, goodbye. You go over here. I want to find the maximum level of everything. So if I see these 1 doses and like 7s and stuff, they're getting thrown away. They're simply getting thrown away. And this is the idea, like we don't care about this stuff. We're just trying to get rid of it, trying to make things easy. If at this stage in the game you're worried about like your bank value, you fucked up. Just don't care about it. It's not important. Rings of Wealth there. We'll keep those guys because those are sellable. Rings of Wealth 5. We'll take money out of the bank as well. We'll buy some more stuff. I don't know where his like Rings of Wealth, Rings of Wealth. I don't even know what a Ring of Wealth comes in as. It is a Ring of Wealth 5. So let's not throw these guys away. We'll put these back in. Skills Necklace 2, you're coming out. That's coming out. Games Necklace 3. dig site, dig site, dig site 5. I think dig site 5 is probably the max. Skills necklaces are going out as well. Goodbye. I hope there's some poor noob at the G who gets to pick up some of this stuff. I pray. Skills necklaces 3 and 1 are going away. 5 and 4 are going away. 5 and a 2, goodbye. Glory 3, goodbye. Binding Amulet 4, goodbye. Active file come down. We'll reload the bank to make sure it's filling in. If you want to at this stage, this is a great time to buy the remaining runes that you don't have. The only thing I'm going to do with these TP tabs is put this house TPs at the top, along with Ardi, Falador, Camelot, Varrock, Lumbridge, and then mix and match some of the blues to make it look good. So we'll do something like this. There we go. So now these are in order, those are in order, these look about right, and yeah, that's about it. So these scrolls can go down here. We'll put them all together. And then we have jewelry sets. So we want to have, maybe we'll put like some of the important stuff up here. Gold necklace 6, that doesn't sound right to me. If he wants more, he can buy more. I'm actually just going to get rid of these. Combat bracelet can go away. No one uses combat bracelet these days. It's in the house anyway. We'll put the rings of wealth up there. All the rings can go together. We'll put some of the necklaces up by each other. This isn't by any means fantastic, but there it is. That's that tab. Pretty roughly done, but pretty fast. So I think we've only got 2 tabs remaining. I'm not going to do that tab. This tab is actually going to be quite fast. I'm going to get rid of that bank filler for now. I'm going to put in bank fillers here, just to fit it up. We're going to do a real rough one on this as well. Let's get started, shall we? So, oh, there's glories here. You guys are getting killed, sorry. Amulet strength is getting killed. I'm going to put these as tools for now. Since the tool tab is a bit messy, we're trying to make this look good. These are all going to be tools. That's going to be a tool as well, since it's not super useful. Snakeskin can come together. Throwing that away. So this is like the secondary cleaning once again. Yeah, it's all about right. It's some weird stuff in here because of the size of the bank. Looks about right. Let's kill this stuff. So that's 1 slot, 2 slot, looking real good. Let's do this one first. We'll finish up on gear so the gear looks nice, and we'll have a look at the bank going like top down. Been going a bit over an hour now. I want to get this done. Gems and bars are really easy to organize, so we're going to start with these guys. Gems and bars, gems and bars, gems and bars. Logs as well. Gems, bars, and logs. Gems, bars, logs, and ores. There we go. Nearly got there in the end. Gems, bars, logs, and ores. I mean, a lot of this is just like general grouping, right? So we'll keep working on it. We can group the herbs as well over on the left side over here. Green dragon hide, blue dragon hide, that kind of stuff. The runite armor, dragon armor, it all comes together. Keys and shit can go here. That's a runite bar. I'm going to push you up here. Runite items can all chill. So I'm going to put the runite up here with the rune stuffs. I think, so my bank actually has like gems at the top. I'm going to put runite at the top because runites are really obviously like, this is high tiered ore. This is like, you know, you get the feeling of it, which I think is good. It's going to have like ores and bars and then gems on the right hand side. This will be another really loose one, so it won't look super nice. And this is again, if this is the point of the bank where you're doing it for the first time ever, go and buy every single gem. Buy one of each. Buy one of every ore. Buy one of every like log. Whatever you think you're going to get from PVM, now is your time to buy it. Because this is really going to put it. This sets you up for the future. Yeah? I know I broken record on this, but it's super important. It will make everything feel so that much better when you log in every time and you just click it and it's like it's all there. It's all perfect. Goes a very long way. So we're going to start putting seeds down here. Seeds next to the herbs, which I think is a good spot for them. I found a couple more over here. Hello, friends. Silver ore can go up at the top. Maple seed can come down. Potato cactus, this kind of stuff is all similar. This can all stay together. Snake skin, whatever, blah, blah, blah. More ore can go up here. I'm going to push everything up just a little bit. Make it fit. If you want to, you can do the same for herbs and stuff. I like to organize my herbs by tier, by level required to use them, which is probably hyper-autism, but that's just me. I would like to get more gems in for him, but it doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to get rid of the jade. These are just annoying. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag something up there like a bird's nest to fill the slot. Goodbye. So you can see this comes together pretty quickly once again. Putting these key things together. I think they were down here. There they are. Keys can all together, like different types. You get a lot of keys in this tab. So whether it be like Larens or like crystal keys or like these guys, giants keys, you get a lot of these things, and they all fit together really nicely. So this grouping comes in handy once again. Let's put the Runite stuff together. In my main bank, what I do is I take a lot of big uniques like the Hydra things like this, and then warrior ring, whatever, and I'll put these at the very bottom. So what I will do is I'll leave a link to my current bank on my main account, and I'm going to leave a link to this current account as like an IMG picture of the entire bank as well. So like bludgeon thing can go down here. All this Runite stuff is once again getting pushed together bit by bit. This is a bit messy here. Keys are kind of there. Yeah, it's not the best work, but it's close enough for now. Okay, so you can see we got some organization going. My main bank is a bit nicer. I've got more loot in my main bank, and I'm not going to buy everything right now, so that'll be a better example of what is like a maxed bank of like everything. So we're on to the final hurdle. We are here looking at gear. So first step first, we want to organize by weapon. And we want to have all the main, like really clearly, just obviously powerful stuff all together, and then we want the secondary tier stuff below it. There's not many other ways to go about this. It's a bit tricky sometimes. I'm going to drop the excess things, and we're going to start pushing all these higher tiered stuff to the top. Armor's going to go a bit below over here. And I'm just going to keep placing stuff as I feel like it's necessary. So melee gear is going to push together, range gear is going to put towards the middle, mage gear towards the right, and void can go down here along with Guthans maybe. This is the bit where you really get to play around with what you have and you get to feel it out. And after a while of just moving things, it'll start to take form pretty quickly. It does take a hot minute, but it's well worth it. The mage stuff we already established is going over here, so we'll get all these things. I'm going to get rid of the Justy piece and SGS. I don't think he has much use for those right now. I'm also going to get rid of... I'll get rid of that because that's about staff and that's useless. And I'll keep the imbue as well. Just getting rid of little things. This is, I gotta say, even for me, this is a bit of a nightmare, so take your time with it. So weapons. Let's get all the weapons together. Oh, he's got a red scythe. Okay, we'll get rid of the placeholder for regular. I don't know if he's got Torva right now. I'm going to start placing all these things up there. There's the Torva. I think this is technically my Torva, so I'm going to grab this off the bank. I'm not scamming him. I'm not taking it as payment. It is my Torva. Proselyte stuff. I'm going to put the proselyte stuff up into the Slayer tab. It is probably better served in that position, albeit only slightly. And sets of Mystic like this, I'm just going to get rid of as well. Fuck you, go away. Rune Throne Axes is more of a tool. Going to throw you over there. I'm actually going to say the Rune Defender thing is more of a kit, so that's going to go miscellaneous. Magic, ranged. He does need his own BCP and stuff. Again, Torva is like not technically in his bank right now, so I'm going to move this down and out. Get it out of the way. Doesn't look like a lot right now, but we will get that. My Torva, baby, let's go. All these high tier things can go up. Blowpipe and T-bow. Shins, P-neck. Putting this towards the mage gear side of things. Same with this. Fire cape moves and release. If he wants another one, he can go get it. Mage gear, whip. Go down. So we can throw all this like Moon Clan shit, all this irrelevant stuff to the very, very, very bottom. And we'll sort it out later. Mystic stuff is like lower than Mage, so we're just building up a very, very rough outline of what we're going for here. Gmore wants to go down. Another way of doing this is if you turn on, if you start dragging stuff to the bottom, so like if I pull this book out, for example, and I just drop it in the tab. Oh, am I dying? Let's try. Drop it into a different tab and then back into this tab. It just goes to the bottom. You have to reshuffle it. I think you can also potentially insert to the bottom like this, which is fine. Whatever method you choose to get rid of it. Rune arrows, MSBs, put them up here. Back on swap for now. So let's really begin sorting this out. Putting the Bandos with the Bandos. T-bow, where are you? Here you are. And I want to just start swapping in all the ranged weapons up here, as we have. Start swapping in all the melee weapons, all the mage stuff. Anything ranged to the right, anything melee to the left, anything mage to the middle. This is probably more of like an art form than it is anything like a bank sorting out thing. I really don't know if there's like a super good way to do this. Heart is going to go into potions, by the way. Just going to make a slot here and put it in. Much better to have it in there as a pre-pot. Mage capes want to push up together. B ring's going to sit here. I'm going to drag this stuff down. Sang staff can come up a lot. Maybe BGS as well. Let's take all the really high tiered stuff and just pull it up because it's too far down right now. Too far down. B gloves is decently high tier. Let's replace like crystal bow. Shin's decently high tier. Let's replace like D-hide. We'll keep doing this until we get a good setup. So Armadillo Helm can go away entirely. Goodbye. One brace goes up. Ancestral up, 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 up. Go down, down, down. Let's see, just replace that with Helm. So there's not too many things left here at the bottom that are like really low tier. I'd like to move the buckler and the blowpipe up. Toxic staff, he doesn't have one, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Reopen the tab. Mystic, 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 snakeskin, snakeskin. Torn brace needs to come up, and the ancestral needs to come up. I know for a fact that he has prims, so I'll just sell these real quick. Wait, they're 100k, it's not even worth selling. Swiftblade pushing up, that's a big item, we'll push you up as well. Put it in place of the dark bow. And then all these blighted things, I think we have a couple, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 together here. Okay, we're getting there. So let's see. I would like to have all the major sets of items below their respective like big weapon. And what we can do is, if you want to make this aesthetic, you would put the helmet at the top and then the boots at the bottom, and then run with this. So now we can start with Ancestral. And then we don't have Eternal boots, so we'll just use Mystics for now to make it look a bit okay. It's not great, but it'll do. And then we'll put the main weapon below this, so like Kodai or T-bow. And we'll run with a couple like this, so we have like this kind of feel to it, right? Maybe where's Warhammer? Warhammer's here somewhere. We'll put Warhammer like there. And we can have this like sets of gear going down. We could also put weapons over to the side. It doesn't really make a difference. We're just trying to get a good feel for it. Likewise, there's no like ancestral hat, so we'll just use a placeholder for it. You could use a literal placeholder for this. Doesn't really make a difference. And now we've got things roughly in the right space, so we want armadillo-based things. And then we do Void afterwards, because Void looks fine. It might not be the highest tier of gear right now, like ever, but it looks nice. So having this feel of looking good is also really important when you open that bank on that main page. Last piece of Void, I think it is here with the gloves are somewhere. I don't know where they are. Here they are. Now we can do like a set of gloves maybe. Boots for Armadillo, chain skirt, ACP thing. And we have a jewelry section. Maybe like 3 down, 2 or 3 down. Like Torture for the melee. Mage needs a cult. And then we need the Anguish over here. Void, 6-way swap at the helm. Looks fine like this. Capes and whatnot. I like the idea of having capes over the right, so let's try and build a stack of capes. Because he's got a fair few of them. Doesn't hurt to make it look nice over here. Rune pouch as well is also pretty fundamental. We'll put him up there. Have a cape stack or 2. Okay, we want a helm for... Oh, I got rid of... I'm going to buy him an Armadillo Helm. I made a mistake. It's 12 mil! Well, get scammed, honestly. I thought it was 3 mil. That's insane. Get merged. Let's swap that with that. Put the gloves back in there. So now we have like the main 3. This doesn't look quite right because it's not ancestral again, but I can't believe the price of the helm. Jesus Christ. And you can do more things, like we have like sets of gloves and things, right? So we do Torn, 3 sets of gloves, main cape, main cape. Assembler is going to be in here somewhere. Please tell me he's got Dragon Slayer too. There it is. And we'll put these up here. So we have the 3 capes. 1, 2, 3. one set below, 1, 2, 3. I want to put something here. I'm contemplating like a Slayer helm or something because it's like a big item. This is like the very front page of the bank. Now we've got the basics sorted out. We are starting to work with the excess. And now we're going to fill this row up here with weapons. I'm going to wrap this up very shortly. I'm just going to put all these high tiered bits of weaponry up here and make it feel like we have an actual sorted out front part. I do like the idea of lots of the rings and the jewelry being together and having just some organization. So we can throw things like this together. And even if it's done very loosely, it's going to look really nice. It's like sets of the same item, sets of whips. You can also put like rings in places. So for example, if I want to have like a melee ring, a mage ring, and a range ring, and then like a void set here, void set ring. And you get this feeling of, yeah, this kind of feels like I could pull in and I could grab what I need as I need to. Battle staffs, anything like mage-based items can go over on the left here, because we have this nice set of staffs coming along. I don't really think this needs to be in the bank, this one in particular, so I'm going to get rid of it. We had gloves up here earlier, we'll put the rune gloves in maybe? Well, they don't really work. I'll get rid of the rune gloves and put them in miscellaneous, makes life easy. Gmall down here with ammo, so we can have an ammo area as well. Ammo area looks fine. Dragon ammo, that's fine there. A Vernic is good to have up top as well. We'll replace that with a Vernic. So you have like Warhammer thing, Book of Darkness, maybe Tome of Fire, 3 books in a row, make that 4. Whip and a whip. Salve Amulet Dependency feels good. Shatter Relics kit is miscellaneous. These darts are now based on ammo. So it took a bit to get it started initially, but with a bit of base sorting, here we are. So I know this is a long ass video if you got through it all. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I think we're there. So let's have a look at the bank in full. That 12 was mine. His money can go back in the bank. But there we are. It's not perfect, but if you consider what it was as a before and after, before it was literal just jumbo mess. And while it might not be the easiest thing to work out, it really is like this section just here that needs to be sorted out. But if you come into the bank initially, it looks nice. He has the main weaponry, main sets of armor, basic simple items, decent synergy here. And then moving down to an actual tab. Potions, fantastic tab. One of the nicer ones. This is similar to how I have it on my own account. I have a different selection, but I like to fit it all within one scrolling page, which is what this is. This stuff, also very nicely done. It's not ordered rune-wise. There aren't like combinations of runes, which I like to do myself. But we do have basic, again, synergy with everything, and everything's in the right spot. This clearly organized on the right, bit like the gear tab on the right, on the left. Sorry, on the right, not so great, but we have simple tiered stuff. It's kind of managed with it. It's kind of max. What the hell am I saying? It kind of fits. I didn't bother doing the gear tab. This like tab here. No reason really to do it beyond just making it fit there. Mine is also a bit chaotic on the main. Slayer tab. Whatever, not many items in it. Again, you can organize it if you want to, put like the cannon pieces together, whatnot. I like having the Slayer gem at the very top is the only thing. Other than that, it's okay. You can put like these things up together. Shields are all right. Yeah, I mean, something like this, right? Slayer tab, irrelevant, fuck you. And then lastly, miscellaneous. Any other items, cosmetics and things you might like to just collect in general, put them in here. So I'm gonna go steal Matorva back now. Glad to get this actually done. Took a fair amount longer than I thought. About 30 minutes for the actual organization, and then another 30 minutes, give or take, for any given area to make it look nice. But that's what it is. Spending time to save a bit of time. So hopefully you learned a little something, or enjoyed it, or clicked off halfway through because I was too boring. But there it is. So yeah, see you guys later.